relates to what Councilman Kubar said, we appreciate your participation in the grand jury. But as the mayor so eloquently spoke, this is not a body that convenes grand juries. But this is a body who I believe can do more as it relates to what it is that they are able to do. And part of the problem is that when you come to city council, they tell you, well, this is an issue that we don't deal with, and they send you across the street. Then you go across the street, and they say, well, this is not an issue that we deal with. The Harris County DA held a press conference when she announced that she was giving $2 million to give to body cameras. And this is what she said. She said a grand jury's job is to make a decision based upon the incident itself. She said anything happening up to the point of the incident and thereafter is strictly a police matter. That's what she said. So if she's correct, and the things leading up to the actual incident is a police matter, and we're dealing with the Houston Police Department, my question to every last one in here, starting with the mayor, is what power do you have to punish a Houston Police Department officer who kills unarmed human beings? We're not talking about the grand jury. We're talking about you all. And if you don't have any power at all, let us know. Let us know. If this is a powerless group of human beings, let us know. And take the JUSTICE down off the wall.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you.
Mr. Muhammad, any Houston police officer that violates a law or policy is punished. Unfortunately, to the question you have asked, it is not the role of this body to provide justice in a court of law. And every Houston police officer has the right to appear before a judge, to appear before a grand jury, and if indicted, to appear before a judge. Yes, that police officer will be punished or sanctioned for violating internal policies and for violating the law, but there is a process that will be followed in order to get there. Now, I think, as I said earlier, that we can agree that an independent prosecution would provide transparency for all sides. I will concede that we have absolute power in terms of deciding what the policies and procedures are that those police officers will follow.
Can you enforce those policies, though?
And we do, and I think we have excellent policies. And I also believe we have excellent training for our officers. And we have, favoring opposed, motion carries, and we have severely sanctioned officers where we have proof that they have violated the rights of citizens. The Chad Hawley case being an example. All of those officers appearing on that videotape assaulting Mr. Hawley were fired. What happens after that is a matter for the district attorney's office and the justice process at that end. There are still council members in the queue that I know would like to weigh in, and I'm going to now call on Councilmember Brown.
Thank you, Mayor. Mr. Muhammad, thanks for coming down, and thanks for your work. I've known you for a long period of time, and you present issues that are based on fact, and you present them in a way where it is designed to wake us up all. And I agree with your position that institutionalized change is needed in HPD and across America. Okay, it is fair to say that HPD is a good organization. I think the officers are doing a good job, but that's regardless of that. In Houston and across America, the people that we work for as officers have been saying that for a long period of time, and particularly over the last 8-10 months or so, that the citizens want more input into police operations, and they want an accountability process that's embedded through joint mechanisms developed by stakeholder groups and the police. See, that's what we don't have. More and more law-abiding citizens, forget about the criminals and the thugs, however you describe those. More and more law-abiding citizens are saying, I've lost trust, I've lost confidence in how the complaints are received, how they're investigated, and how they're resolved. Law-abiding citizens are saying, I don't trust the grand jury process anymore. So this body can do more, and we must do more. The Justice Department stepped up a couple years or so and said, we're going to look at X number of cases that HPD has handled. Haven't heard anything as a result of that proclamation two, 3 years ago. So the Justice Department fails us too. Because if they're going to examine those cases, they should examine those cases, then come back with a report in a timely manner and say that we've looked at them and they are within the law, within policy, they're justified, or come back and say they're not. But they don't do that. So my question to you is, what is it that you think that this particular body could and should be doing today that we're not doing? And before I get lambasted by some of my fellow officers out there saying it's the chief and they're bashing us, no, I'm not bashing you. I stand for what's right, and those who know me always have. And as officers, we are loaned authority and trust via the public. When the public come forward and say, the law-abiding citizens, we have a problem with what you are doing and how you are doing things. See, I'm a cop too. I know as much about policing as anybody in America and better than most. I don't need somebody telling me what I see on the videotape. I know what I saw on the videotape. What I saw in many of those cases was wrong, and in some cases, in practice opinion, illegal. So don't talk to my fellow cops out there now who say that they disagree with me on a specific position. So what do you say that we should be doing now?